Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So let's play a little bit the Legion Bounties. As you can see, there's quite a few people right now that are waiting to fight the evil Cosmic Boy. The first thing I would suggest is if you do manage to find a phase with a lot of people, stick with them because it seems to be, let's say, a bit more challenging to find people who are playing the Bounties or to get invited to bounty groups with the Legion DLC. I'm not sure why. It could be that maybe people are spread thin because people are still playing the Wonderverse bounties. So maybe the pool of players is split between the Legion bounties and the Wonderverse bounties. So that might explain it. Although it seems to be challenging to find groups, even to play the 4-player mission. And then when you try to solo clear the 4-player mission, it takes a while for the mission to pop. So I'm not sure if people are just spread thin between the Wonderverse bounties and the Legion bounties, or if somehow the interest about the Legion DLC is not as high as it should be. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, if you guys noticed something similar. Almost there. So let's summon our friends, and let's get this party started. So you may notice, actually we don't see the little bar. There should be a little bar underneath the timer to show that our contribution. There it is. With this group, Cosmic Boy should go down pretty fast. This has been a pretty effective group so far. So it was fast enough that we did not even have to worry about the Eye of Ekron. So let's go to the next bounty, the Saturn Girl bounty. You could take the long way around if you want to, or just use the portal here to bring you to the Legion Academy dorms. So once more, we wait. Also, some of you were asking about the crystals to be able to upgrade the Omnipotence face mask. Basically, I got one earlier today as I was playing the bounties. Although it seems to be a somewhat rare drop, it doesn't happen that often. I think I got 2 to drop so far. And the same with the Catalyst. I was able to get 1 ionized gas, and it was with my Dark Multiverse character. So I've been playing those missions for pretty much ever since the DLC has been released, and this is my first ionized gas that I've got with multiple characters. So sadly for the face mask, you will have to use multiple characters to be able to farm, and the same with the augments, come to think of it. Like right now my augments are level 7 and level 3. And again, I had to use multiple characters. Basically, I played the missions with my alternate characters, and then I would send all my components to be able to upgrade the neural access coils to my multiverse character, and I was able to upgrade one of them to rank 7 and one of them to rank 3. Updating them to rank 3 was my first priority, so that I could get 2 extra time beacons whenever I defeat the bounties. So if you want to play the bounties, I would suggest try to upgrade your augments as quickly as you can so that you can get some extra time beacons from those bounties. And we mentioned it with Nyx a bit earlier last week. Basically, there it is. There are cabins here that can transform you. Let's use it to show you. So there's those cabins that can transform you into like a Legionnaire student. And there are feats for defeating all the bounties when you're disguised like that. And then afterwards, you just go back to the cabin and change back again. I've got the feat already, so I don't need to do it anymore. But you have to do it at least once. You have to defeat each bounties at least once while you're disguised. So, almost there.
The Eye of Ekron compels you, Legionnaire. I will cast Metropolis into chaos and despair.
Let's use Orbital Strike right away, otherwise we probably won't be able to use it. Normally I would try to use it. Oh, actually there's a few summons. I should have waited a bit. Normally I would try to use the Orbital Strike when there's a whole bunch of summons. It seems to be doing a bit of extra damage, like it does a damage to a whole bunch of targets, as opposed to doing damage to only one target. So you see those pink thingies, you have to avoid that, if you can. Nope. I got lucky. So basically you have to alternate between you fight Saturn Girl a bit, then she'll summon a whole bunch of stuff. And you fight Saturn Girl a bit, then she'll summon a whole bunch of stuff, and then she puts you to sleep like that. I have to admit, I don't know all the tells just yet to be able to avoid some of the attacks. But it's something that you kind of learn as you go along. The more you find the bounties and the more you find ways to defeat them. And you get also sort of some sort of rhythm while you're fighting them. I have to admit, my rhythm has been a bit off fighting Saturn Girl a bit. It happens. Oh. So you see those big thingy? Yeah, don't stay there. Last week when I played the mission with Nyx, there's one time where I was stuck with my heat vision, then jump quickly enough to cancel it and move out of the way. It happens. So we got 8 time beacons and our 2 bonus time beacons. And sadly, we did not get anything else. So sadly, the crystals are a once in a while thing. So far, I was able to get 2 as drops, and since last Thursday, so in about 5 days. So let's go wait for Saturn for Lightning Lad to make an appearance. So I played with multiple characters for like the past 5 days, and I was able to get 2 crystals. So either I was really not lucky, or the crystals are pretty somewhat rare. And the same with the components again to upgrade the face mask. So I would strongly suggest don't do the mistake I did when it came the time to upgrade the Helm of Omnipotence. I foolishly just I didn't farm with all my characters. I just played the missions with my multi-risk character, and I gathered the components as I went along. And then at some point I had to bite the bullet a bit and buy some of those components from the broker. But if I had farmed the Wonderverse missions with multiple characters, that would not have been an issue. So I'm hoping that I'll try to farm the Legion missions with at least 3 characters. Hopefully that will be enough to be able to gather all the components I need to be able to upgrade the mask and the augments. I guess we'll have to wait and see. For Wonderverse, I was able to upgrade the augments quickly enough with my 1 character. But here I think it's going to require multiple characters in order to be able to upgrade the augments quickly enough. Oh, here's our friend Lightning Lad that's about to attack. So let's go downstairs and wait for him. You see those big tiles over there. Once in a while you have to try to avoid them, I guess.
You Legionnaires will do our bidding.
Careful! Every subsequent charge from Lightning Lad significantly increases the danger.
And now decisions. Should I use my supercharge? I'll try to save it for the evil Validus. And let's keep an eye on the Eye of Ekron before it does a nasty trick to us. Oh, someone went down. Normally to try to avoid the tiles, I stay on those lines here. Seems to work well enough so far. Lightning Lad is pretty much more straightforward than Saturn Girl. With Saturn Girls, at some point she has some sort of shield and you have to defeat the summons, the illusion that she summons. With Lightning Lad, he does summon a whole bunch of elementals and stuff like that. But I haven't noticed if he actually has a shield at some point. So you seem to be able to focus on Lightning Lad. Oh, there you saw the tile there. So almost there. So we seem to be able to kind of focus on Lightning Lad. But you see there's a whole bunch of ancient weapons, lightning elementals and stuff like that. And even focusing on Lightning Lad, like I have a bunch of abilities that affect multiple targets. Oh, well, let's summon our Mother Box again. There's no reason not to. So again, sadly, all we got is Time Beacon. It happened. Well, usually that's mostly what you get. But once in a while, you will get some other reward. But the crystals for the Omnipotence face mask, those are somewhat rare, sadly. So now let's go wait for our friend Validus, and let's wait down here. This is pretty much a spot that people seems to have selected to be able to wait for the bounties for Validus. That way you don't have any mobs that will attack you. Also, a question that people often ask is how can you level up faster? How can you increase your combat rating faster? This would be one way. If you are not combat rating 310, amongst your reward you will get a piece of gear. So if you play the bounties over and over again, you will be able to accumulate a whole bunch of pieces of gear that will be able to allow you to increase your combat rating. It was a bit easier with the Wonderverse bounties somehow. I guess you could get a bit more gear faster with the Wonderverse bounties than you can with the Legion bounties. But it would still be a good way to be able to upgrade the combat rating of your character playing the Legion bounties. So, just have to wait a bit longer. I toyed with the idea of showing the whole thing in real time so that you could get an idea of how long it actually takes. But I actually decided to use the power of editing, and I'll remove some of the time that we did nothing but just wait. So first we will have the 3 Legionnaires that will appear. We'll have to fight them each...
Validus shall rise and destroy all of Metropolis.
Like sometimes some of them are shielded, so we can't really attack them. So you have to attack those that are not shielded. And then when they get shielded, then you switch to another Legionnaire. Also, there should be the Eye of Ekron that will appear at some point in the fight. So once you see the Eye of Ekron, try to focus on the eye.
Lightning Lad, I will see this city.
So our friend Saturn Guild decided to join in. So again, you can see there's a whole bunch of attacks that you have to try to dodge if you can. Normally the tells are obvious enough, but sometimes in the confusion, it's pretty easy not to see it. Let's use our supercharge because we can. I have to admit, in the confusion, I never saw the eye of Ekron. If it did appear, I just didn't see it. Oh, let's get out of here.
Control the field. Saturn girl, use your powers to destroy our enemies.
There's also some turrets that you have to try to bring some plates to. I have to admit, usually other people will do that, so I don't really worry about that. Like, normally there's always players that do that. So I did not have to worry about that so far. But if at some point, like you can see the plates over here, the little red thingy over here, at some point you may have to bring those to the turrets. If you see that other players are not doing it, then yeah, it would be a good idea to do it yourself. But so far, people seems to know about that, so I never really had to worry about that. Oh, I was on the edge a bit of the attack. Strangely enough, Validus doesn't seem to hurt too much compared to some of the other mechanics I've seen, especially with the other bounties or even with the Legion bounties. I guess he's a big tank that takes a while to take down, but that doesn't hurt all that much, at least so far. I probably shouldn't say that just to make my pants on fire. I wouldn't be surprised if Validus one-shot me right now, but so far so good. And as you can see, there's some people that somehow pulls some ad, not sure why. So stay on target. Stay on. Oh, let's summon our Robins again. So you can see you can help with the Inertron turrets. So you'll see people will take some of the plates I showed you and they'll bring them to the turrets. So let's use our Mother Box and let's use our Orbital Strike again. Also, from what I understand, you have to try to keep Validus from going back to the center, which sometimes seems easy enough. Some other times, not so much. Oh, let's move a bit. I guess the shadows are part of the... I thought it was someone who had pulled some shadows earlier. I guess not. So once you take Validus down, it imprisons him. Oh, and here we got lucky. We got a few rewards. Power 39.1 and some base item. So the evil Validus went down. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about this Universe Online at this point, so if I don't answer your question right away, just search in my videos. Odds are I already made a video that answers your question. Or click one of the videos that you see on your screen right now. Bye-bye.